Hi everybody. It is week 2 of our e-learning that we have for 5 weeks. We are done with the first week. Woohoo! I am so glad. You guys did a great job. I had lots of great work turned in, and we just had a couple little hiccups that we're going to talk about to make things a little bit easier for all of us, because we are all learning how to do this. And so I have a few reminders and updates. Then we'll get to the lessons for today, which is week 2, Tuesday, April 21st. Okay, so our reminders and updates. Most of you did a great job on this. I think everyone checked in for me every day. But sending the work, if you could send the work every day, that would be really great. That way I can check it. Since I'm kind of in the groove now too, it'll be easier for me to check it every day. And then if I realize that you're missing something, I can send you a quick email and you can get it caught up the next day, no problem. But if you wait till Friday to send everything in, it's a lot more work for you to send it in. And you might forget something because you're taking so many snapshots, so many screenshots. And I might miss something when you send me a whole bunch of emails. So it's just really a lot easier if we can just do it every day. That way we don't get behind either one of us, and it makes it easier, okay? So check in every day and send me everything every day, okay? Now, the next one is a new email. I cannot figure out how to do this. There's probably a way, but I wanted to show you on my email what the new email, on my iPad, what the new email looks like. Well, like I said, I don't know how to do that. I only have one iPad, and my phone is not good, so the quality doesn't show up very well. But I did try to make the emails a little easier. So in the email, it is color-coded, just like our lesson plans, where we have the red for reading, we have the blue for language arts, and the green for math, and it tells you exactly what you have to do. And then if you have a worksheet, it is right underneath the instructions. So if it tells you for math, do this worksheet, it is in the email. Okay, I took a picture of it and put it in the email. So hopefully this makes it a little bit easier, because then I can just send you one email every day. You'll have the link to log in to see the video for the day, and then you'll have the lesson plans for the day and the worksheets, okay? Now again, I can't show you because I don't have 2 iPads, but when you take a screenshot, I know there's some of you that were a little confused about that. When you open up your email and you have the worksheet in your email that I send you, you can press the button on the one at here's your iPad, like this. It's kind of hard to explain, and then there's a little button over here on the side, on the front, a little circle, and then there's a button up on the side on the upper left. You hit that and that button and click, and it takes a screenshot for you. Okay, I can show you a little video or do a Zoom and talk through it with you if you don't know how to do a screenshot. But if you screenshot that worksheet in your email, then boom, you've got the math worksheet right there that you can do. And you can just write right on it and then send it right back to me in an email, okay? So it says take your screenshot, edit it in picture. And you guys, I know how to do that because we did that in class. We did that with the Notes app. So I know that you know how to edit it when you get your little pen at the bottom and you do it. The math is a little easier this week for me to grade. Last week was a little harder to grade with some of the markings. Hopefully this will be a little bit easier for you because it's an easier to grade. And then send it back to me in an email, okay? Now, this is the big thing that I wanted to talk to you about. Some of you did a great job. A great job. You turned in your work. It was so nice and neat. I could read it and it looked great. But some of you did send me some work that was really, really hard to read. And like we talked about, when I get a ton of emails at one time and then some of them are really messy and hard to read and they're not in order, it makes it really kind of confusing. So I want to make this as easy as possible for all of us, okay? So if your writing is if you're struggling a little bit writing with your finger when you're using the little editing tools, then you can do it in the Notes app. And you guys have all done the notes. That's where we did our writing this year. And then we have the Show Me app as well. The Show Me app is like a whiteboard. And we've used that a little bit, but not as much. Now, when you're using that, you want to type, because if you're using your finger, then it's still going to be a little bit harder to write and it might be messy. So if you use that app, you can type instead, and then you can still screenshot it and send it to me, and it'll be a little easier for me to read. Okay? Now the Notes app, when you want to get the keyboard, you can hit the little arrow. Excuse me, that's not an arrow. You can hit the little check mark that's on the bottom right. Okay? And you might have to just kind of play around with this a little bit to figure it out. And you guys have all typed in notes before, so I know that'll be easy. The Show Me app are the letters right here, the little A and the big A, and they're in the top left. And if you click on that, it'll say start. It'll put your text wherever you touch, and then you can start typing. So then if you type it, like for instance, your vocabulary definitions or your vocabulary sentences that you know you're going to do every week, or you have to do your writing prompt that we have to do over the story every week. If you use these apps instead, it'll make it way easier, because when you send it to me daily and I check it daily, because I know this week is going to be a lot easier for all of us, if it's really messy, then I'm going to send it back to you and I'm going to say, hey, I can't read this. Can you please type it for me? Okay? So if you're a little worried about it, you can just go ahead and type it. And that's great practice for you for Mr. Simons too. All right, so you can use that for vocab sentences, your writing, any word work like your your prefixes and suffixes or whatever skill we're working on. And then you can remember that if it's messy, I'm going to send it back to you. Okay? So this is our reminders and updates. These are new, so I wanted to give you a little bit of a heads up on those. Now, for the next part, we're going to talk about the lesson plans, just like last week. This is Tuesday, April 21st, week 2 of our e-learning. So we are all in the groove. We did a great job. I think I got almost everything back from everyone. So I'm really glad about that. Hopefully this week we can strive for even more, and hopefully maybe 100% of everything from everyone. If we do it daily, I know it will make it a little bit easier. In reading today for Tuesday, April 21st, same as last Tuesday, read the story. It's the next story. Remember what I said though, we are going to be skipping one, so don't go ahead and read ahead. Most of your AR scores last week were pretty good, so I know that you did a good job. You do have to read the story 2 times. YouTube has videos on the story being read to you if you want somebody to read it to you, but make sure you're reading it at least twice. Today's homework, lesson, whatever, for reading is only reading the story, so that's pretty easy, okay? Read the story, and it's the story of the Statue of Liberty. It's on page 374 to 385. That's reading. Language arts. Again, use the Notes or the Show Me app. If you're a little worried, some of you are doing a great job with keeping it neat, but if you have a little trouble keeping it neat by using your finger, which it's hard for me too, I get it. You can just type it, or you can write it on paper and take a picture. That's fine too. But if you want to use your iPad, please use the app, okay? If you're not going to use paper. Notes or Show Me app, you need to make a list of 10 words with the prefix un. Of course, we know that un means not. If I say unavailable, it means not available, okay? When you have your lesson plan in your email, it tells you what page to look on, that the vocabulary words are on, because 2 of the vocabulary words have the prefix un, so that'll get you started on thinking. But then you've got to think of some more. And I know you can come up with at least 10 words that have un in the beginning. Challenge yourself, but I know you can do it. You've got 20 minutes to do it. You can do it. Math, of course, practice your facts for 5 minutes. Maybe you'll have a little bit more time, but practice those facts every single day. And then do the worksheet. The worksheet is in the email, okay? It's not a separate one where I sent you the pictures all separately. I put them together. I hope it makes it a little bit easier. We'll see how it goes, okay? And also, I didn't say this last week, but if you have any feedback, if something is not working, if something is working really well, or something is not working at all, something is confusing, please let me know. Please send me a send me an email, something to let me know that there's something we need to fix or something that is working that I will make sure that I don't change, okay? Because we're all doing this and learning together, okay? So practice your facts and do your worksheet. And then you need to send me your un list of 10 un words. You can write it out and send me a picture. You can write it on the Show Me app and type it in the Show Me app, type it in the Notes app, as long as it's neat and I can read it. At least 10. You can strive for more. I need the copy of that And then of course I need the math worksheet. I need you to check in. Just say, hey, I'm here, smiley face, thumbs up, whatever. And then I need your work. And if I don't have your work by the end of the evening, before I go to bed probably, I'll shoot you an email to remind you, hey, because see, then you'll get behind and you'll have the next day. So let's make sure that we're keeping up on it. It's only about an hour of work. And it's up to you if you want to send everything in one email. Some people have sent it separately. They've sent, here's my reading, Mrs. Ault. Here's my language arts. Here's my math. That's fine. Whatever works for you. If you want to send them as you get them done, perfect. I'm usually checking my phone tons of times through the day. Or if you want to send them all together, that's fine. But let's not wait till Friday to send everything, please, because that makes it a lot harder to get everything done and caught up. Okay? So if you have any questions, please send me an email, send me a remind. Let me know if you need to do a Zoom or anything. Let me know what's working, what's not working. I think we're getting better. This is such a new thing for all of us. So thank you for any feedback that you have. I miss you guys so much. Hopefully the weather gets a little nicer this week. And I will hear from you guys soon. Bye-bye.